Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. The message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? So I am currently here in South Africa and I am studying theology, and my dream is to become a pastor. I'm nearly completing my work. I have faced so many challenges in my life, from girls at the university where I go to, some wanting to sleep with me, and I have tried. There was one girl that I dated. When I told her that I had never slept with a woman ever, like in my entire life, she was even laughing at me, because she was like, how can you date a woman and not end up sleeping with that woman? So she did not understand where I was coming from. So those are some of the temptations that I have been facing at the university where I am currently studying. I have friends of mine, some that are local South Africans, other ones that are from my own country, that want me to drink alcohol, but I have tried by all means to stick true to the purpose that brought me here to South Africa, because there is a man of God, who is assisting me to go through college, and I feel as if I am about to let that man down. So this man that is helping me and my family so that I can go through with my studies, he does not even know that there is a bigger temptation now that I am facing. All other temptations that I had been facing in my life, I used to tell him about each and every temptation, even that issue of the girl that was trying to force herself on me so that I can sleep with her. I told him. Even some of the boys that want me to drink alcohol, I have told him. But this temptation, I have not yet managed to tell him. I am scared. That's why I have come here as anonymous. I just want to ask, is this like an opportunity of a lifetime? I have been studying theology. I have done everything. I have prayed, but never in my entire life have I ever had a revelation from God. So I really want to start my own church. Maybe I'll start by ministering in someone else's church, but later on, I so wish to start my own big congregation where there will be thousands and thousands of people. In order for me to reach the destination, my goals, even though I really want to have a big church in South Africa, I need spiritual powers. So that is where this woman is coming from. I went to Zim during the Easter holidays. I went there to just see my parents, and then I went to my mom's village. Whilst I was there, they came this other lady. She is a traditional healer. So she was told by my mom that I was studying at a certain university in South Africa and I am bound to become a pastor. She just said, Pastor Trust. I'll just call myself Trust, not my real name. So she was like, Pastor Trust, how are you? Oh, God is so great. We need to thank the ancestors for this. The moment that she said, let us thank the ancestors, that was when I said, no, I no longer believe in the ancestors. And I tried to even preach to her. And then she said, we are going to have another conversation about this. Later on in the evening, she came, but unfortunately, I was not there. I had a dream. In my dream, it was me and this old lady. She was walking with me in the middle of the forest. I asked her, where exactly was she taking me to? She told me that she wanted to go with me to this other mountain. And in that mountain, I was going to meet a strong spiritual being that was going to grant me all the power that I desired. I don't know how it exactly happened, but it was as if this lady, she knew in my dreams that I have desire to become a very powerful pastor, and she even told me that anything that I wanted, she was the one that could offer me all of that spiritual power. And she even repeated the same thing over and over again. As we were climbing up the mountain, she was like, I am the only one that holds the key to the big church that you want to build in this country, in any country where you want to go to. People will know you and they will always follow you and they will love you because of the spiritual powers. When we finally reached up the mountain, there was this other big cave. A lot of bats, those birds, they came out flying. I was so scared in my dreams, and I clearly heard a voice that came out of the cave telling me to turn back if I wanted to do the Lord's work, to keep on walking if I want to do the devil's work. But with the promise of never-ending power, that lady in my dreams seduced me to go into the cave. The moment that I entered into the cave, there was a bat, the bird that came to attack me. It did not attack me. When I was shocked, after I had opened my mouth, it entered into my mouth, and I saw myself back in South Africa. I was standing on the pulpit as I was busy preaching. A lot of people, they were looking at me as if I was their God. And then I woke up. It was early the next morning. When I woke up, when I went outside, I saw that old lady, the Sangoma from my mother's village. She was there at my grandmother's compound, and she said she wanted to speak with me. She gave me a walking stick. May God forgive me, for I did not refuse that walking stick that she gave to me. This walking stick that she gave to me, as I was busy talking to her because I did not want to make her feel guilty. Instead, I spoke with her in a nice way, and she was like, you have been chosen by God, by the gods of this village, that you are supposed to be like a bridge that is going to connect those that are Christians and those that want to do ancestral worship. You are going to be given so much power, more than any other pastor has ever been given. But when you preach, you need to bring people back to ancestral worship. That is the dilemma that I am facing. I hid this walking stick back in the city where my parents have a house in my room, for I know that there is no one that will go into my room when I am here in South Africa at school. So I am caught up between a rock and a hard place. I really do not know what to choose. I thought that maybe the Holy Spirit was going to reveal himself to me, to tell me not to do whatever that I want to do, but he has been keeping quiet. Why is God not rebuking me? Why is he silent? Even when I try to ask him, what am I supposed to do with this spiritual encounter that I had? God is now silent. Maybe this is what he wants me to do. Please help me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Is it true that I can become a spiritual bridge between the people that want to do ancestral worship, to speak with the dead, and to become a pastor? But in the doctrine that I'll be preaching, I will have to encourage people not to feel bad when they do things like that. Your dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our brother. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world.